There are times when the outcomes of football games are completely unexpected. The build-up to a Football World Cup is dominated by a few predictable storylines. The most intriguing aspect of this quadrennial tournament is the story of the pyramids that defeated the tournament's top teams. Every World Cup has one or more dark horses who defy the odds and produce unexpected results. Hello and welcome to Goalside. Without further ado, let's take a look at 6 teams that could cause upsets at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notifications. So without wasting any time, let's dive right into the video. The World Cup is the pinnacle of the footballing world's sporting calendar, and it's never failed to deliver a plethora of memorable experiences for fans. Denmark. The only group here with the credentials to play at a high level in Qatar this year, even though it's a bit of a stretch to call the teams that have made it to the semi-finals of the European Championships dark horses. The Danish squad looks like they could be able to do so. We build our nation on a shared sense of trust, we value the opinions of those around us, and we're hardwired to thrive in a team environment, all thanks to our love of team sports. Kasper Hjulmand, coach of the Danish national team, thinks his country has a good shot at winning the World Cup. Team Kasper Hjulmand may not light the world on fire, but they are built on solid ground. Simon Kjær and Andreas Christensen are only 2 of the major names in their backline. Their wing-backs can overlap and find space. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Thomas Delaney provide the engine in the centre, and star player Christian Eriksen is the one driving the creativity for the club. Despite having a little lower goal threat, this is a solid and well-balanced squad. Their interesting group stage encounter with France could determine who advances past the underdog favourites, Argentina. Nothing can stop Denmark from winning the World Cup if they can avoid playing Argentina in the round of 16. Senegal. Even without their star talisman Sadio Mane, the defending African Cup of Nations champions remain the best bet to advance far in the tournament this year. No other African team has made it past the first round since Senegal themselves won the group stage in 2010. With Aliou Cissé at the helm, his squad was able to win the Africa Cup of Nations by taking a realistic approach and keeping their composure under pressure. Cissé's resources, however, were best suited to a smaller team, taking on a larger one, acceleration, intensity, and attitude. Their engine-like midfield enables them to press higher up the field, where they can create disruptions in play. Because of the combination of their overlapping fullbacks, the dribbling ability of their winger Ismaïla Sarr, and the hold-up play of their veteran striker Boulaye Dia, they present a serious threat during the transition by quickly and accurately exploiting the spaces that are created. Whether it's goalkeeper Edouard Mendy or defender Kalidou Koulibaly, both are seasoned pros who can help their team maintain a solid defensive unit. Ecuador. It's possible that Ecuador's Group A opponents will prove to be particularly tough. Well-drilled Ecuador might perhaps pull off an upset against the likes of hosts Qatar, perennial powerhouse the Netherlands, and the previously mentioned Senegal. This is so despite the fact that a case before the Court of Arbitration for Sport has thrown their qualification standing and preparations for a loop. The team keeps things simple by alternating between a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-3-3 configuration, with much of their foundation and success resting on a versatile middle. Both Brighton's Moises Caicedo and Pervis Estupiñán have been in excellent form for their respective English clubs this season. Caicedo is the steady presence in the middle of the field, and Estupiñán is feared for his acrobatic play as a roving fullback. The club's goal-scoring danger will come from Enner Valencia and Gonzalo Plata, 2 players who were highly rated as junior players and are now in their prime. Including the team's South American flair is no exaggeration. Because of their youth, high levels of enthusiasm and agility, this team should be entertaining to watch. The loss of Mane will make them hungry for victory and a spot in the next round. Serbia. Serbia and Switzerland are both on our list because of their threat potential, but Serbia was chosen because of the dramatic improvement in their exciting, offensive, and ultimately intriguing style of play as of late. However, Switzerland is in the same group as Brazil and might potentially cause disruptions. Their coach Dragan Stojkovic has them playing to their strengths, which include getting their creative players on the ball and pressing higher up the pitch to pinch it early, unlike teams like Uruguay, Portugal, or even England. Sergio Milinkovic-Savic can play in multiple places in the midfield due to his versatility. As a winger turned wing-back, he's also quite effective at taking set pieces. Their left winger Filip Kostic can wreak havoc. Dusan Tadic excels as a creative offensive midfield option, and the two strikers Aleksandar Mitrovic and Dusan Vlahovic have plenty of goals in them. Juve spent €75 million or $90 million on Dusan Vlahovic in January to replace Cristiano Ronaldo. Brazil might find Serbia, a team that is notoriously difficult to keep from possessing the ball and scoring, to be their most formidable opponent due to their lack of experience playing European opponents. The Serbs will still be sure they can beat Switzerland and Cameroon even if they lose to Brazil. If they do so, the winner of Group H, which comprises of South Korea, Portugal, Uruguay and Ghana, will be their next opponent. You shouldn't bet against Serbia against any of the other teams because they've got a decent chance of winning. Iran. After the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini, who was detained for allegedly not adhering to the strict hijab standards, the Iranian team has received unprecedented levels of media coverage. After Amini's death in detention, the footballers publicly showed their sympathy for the protesters who were fighting the Iranian government. They're using matchups against their geopolitical opponents in the United States and England to lend political oomph to their campaign. Since Carlos Queiroz, Real Madrid's former coach, took over again, the club has returned to a more organised, deep defensive formation with an emphasis on set pieces and counter-attacks as a means of goal scoring. The most important thing is that it's a sign of the rebirth of purposeful togetherness, the kind of togetherness that does well in temporary international competitions. The other teams in their group aren't known for their offensive prowess, making them easy pickings for a team that can win, thanks to the goal-scoring prowess of players like Sardar Azmoun and Mehdi Taremi, while still keeping the defensive discipline essential to keep the opposition from scoring. Both on and off the pitch, Iran has the makings of a World Cup story. Canada. Canada's previous World Cup appearance was in 1986. They have a lot of talented players on their roster though, so they have reason to be optimistic about their chances this time round. Bayern Munich's left-back Alphonso Davies is widely regarded as a modern-day great. As the season progresses, Jonathan David, a Lille henchman who has shown great goal-scoring form, will be given more playing time up top. When including all tournaments, David has 9 goals and 3 assists for the Ligue 1 team he plays for. Furthermore, Porto's midfielder Steven Eustáquio and Club Brugge's winger Tyon Buchanan have both been phenomenal in the UEFA Champions League. Although they're far from perfect, coach John Herdman has done a fantastic job with this group so far. They've won 67% of their games through 46 attempts, and this is despite the fact that they're far from perfect. Group F also includes Croatia, Belgium and Morocco, where Canada will be competing with their national squad. To pull off any surprises at the 2022 FIFA World Cup, they will need to get off to a good start. Is there a side on the list that you think could pull off an upset at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.